Introducing your 2025 NECBL North Division All-Stars. Starting catcher from the Sanford Mainers and UMass Amherst, Ryan Colbin. Starting first baseman from the Vermont Mountaineers and Winthrop University, Jalen Hernandez. Starting second baseman from the North Adams Steeplecats and Wake Forest University, Kyler Baxter. Starting third baseman from the Sanford Mainers and Bentley University, Brendan Sensei. Starting shortstop from the Sanford Mainers and the University of Georgia, Trey King. Starting in outfield from the Upper Valley Nighthawks and Columbia University, Cole Fellows. Also starting in the outfield from the Keene Swampbats and Florida Atlantic, Marshall Lipsy. Also starting in the outfield from the Keene Swampbats in East Carolina, Jack Herring. The designated hitter from the Keene Swampbats and Boston College, Ty Manolfi. And the starting pitcher from the Keene Swampbats and Kent State, Ben Rabiton. Managing the North All-Stars is Sean McKenna from the Keene Swampbats. Introducing your 2025 NECBL South Division All-Star team. Starting catcher from the Mystic Schooners and Notre Dame, Davis Johnson. Starting at first base from the Martha's Vineyard Sharks in Miami of Ohio, Evan Applewick. Starting at second base from the Ocean State Waves and the University of South Alabama, Greg Pate. Starting third baseman from the Martha's Vineyard Sharks and the University of Maryland, Braden Martin. Starting at shortstop from the Newport Gulls and Michigan State, Randy Seymour. In the outfield, Matt Bolton from the Newport Gulls and Binghamton University. Also in the outfield, Garrett Larson from the Danbury Westerners and Yale University. Starting in the outfield as well, Sebastian Mexico from the Valley Blue Sox and Louisiana Tech. The designated hitter from the Newport Gulls and Samford University, Mike Gupton. And the starting pitcher from the Newport Gulls and Gonzaga, Finbar O'Brien. Managing the South All-Stars is Mike Coombs from the Newport Gulls. And now, for the NECBL North Division All-Star Reserves. In the bullpen, Ben Dean from the Keene Swampbats and Duke University. Kyle Salvati from the North Adams Steeplecats and Franklin Pierce University. Zach Cottrell from the North Shore Navigators and the University of Alabama. Nick Melton from the Sanford Mainers and UNC Asheville. Tyler Longoria from the Sanford Mainers and St. John's University. Aaron Potter from the Upper Valley Nighthawks and the University of Georgia Gwinnett. Jason Torres from the Vermont Mountaineers and the University of Maryland. And the closer, Todd Kennedy from the Keene Swampbats and Florida Atlantic. Your catchers, Jaden Algaikea from the North Shore Navigators and Vanderbilt University, and Nick Shuhead from the Upper Valley Nighthawks and Rider University. The first baseman, Brennan Hudson from the Sanford Mainers and the University of Georgia. The second baseman, A.J. Bratz from the Upper Valley Nighthawks and Marist University. The third baseman, Alex Marat from the North Shore Navigators and Charleston Southern. The shortstop, Nick Romano from the Keene Swampbats and Florida Atlantic. In the outfield, Michael O'Brien from the Keene Swampbats and Arkansas Little Rock. Conlon Daniel from the Vermont Mountaineers and the University of Cincinnati. And Jack Toomey from the Sanford Mainers and Boston College. The designated hitter, Nelfi Lopez from the North Adams Steeplecats and Stetson University. And player 29, the coach's selection, Ripken Reese from the Keene Swampbats and Kent State University. And now for the NECBL North Division All-Star Reserves. The Southern Division bullpen will consist of Connor Gatwood from the Mystic Schooners and Auburn University. Reese Bowie from the Ocean State Waves and Wake Forest University. Leighton Harris from the Newport Gulls and the University of Kentucky. Rohan Leteau from the Martha's Vineyard Sharks and Arizona State University. Colby McNeely from the Martha's Vineyard Sharks and Rider University. Bo Elson from the Valley Blue Sox and Fordham University. Brendan Yagesh from the Bristol Blues and Virginia Tech. And closing pitcher, Andrew Wirtz from the Valley Blue Sox and Salve Regina University. South Division Reserves catchers will consist of Dre Lewis from the Newport Gulls and Manhattan College, and Jack Lutt from the Danbury Westerners and Denison University. At first base, Will Cook from the Danbury Westerners and Sacred Heart. At second base, A.J. Ashatino from the Mystic Schooners and Northeastern University. At third, Colby Wallace from the Newport Gulls and East Carolina. At shortstop, Brandon DeGote from the Ocean State Waves and the University of Miami. In the outfield, Gavin Greger from the Ocean State Waves and Bryant. Will Hampton from the Martha's Vineyard Sharks and Vanderbilt. And David Mendez from the Mystic Schooners and the University of Maryland. At DH, Colton Reynolds from the Ocean State Waves and the University of Arkansas. And the coach's pick, player 29, Drew DeLucia from the Newport Gulls and Austin Peay State. And remember, make sure to vote on the NECBL Instagram poll for the final players for the North and South Division All-Star teams.